The following scenario doesn't happen often, but it's happened in every parish that I've been at. A couple comes in, they want to get married. They come into my office, and I start interviewing them to see their background history, where they're at, their understanding, and all that. And when I come to the point where, why do you want to marry him? The bride-to-be gets this empty look in her eyes, looks into the eyes of her fiancé. I love him, Father. For you at home, I just got this look of anguish on my face. I ask him, why do you want to marry her? He gets that empty look in his eyes. I love her, Father. And I'm thinking to myself, I got a lot of work to do with these two. That second reading is one that's used in the majority of weddings. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not put on airs, etc., etc., etc. But the way that many couples use it is not the way that Paul intended it. Paul wrote this chapter to the Corinthians in response to how the Corinthians themselves were acting. Some of them were acting proudly and smugly and with a boastful attitude because they thought themselves super Christians. Hey, I'm a better Christian than you because I can speak in tongues. I'm a better Christian than you because I can do mighty works. I'm a better Christian than you because I can prophesy. And Paul is saying, wait a minute. To be Christian means not to do those things, but to imitate and act like the Lord. To be Christian means not to do external things, but to have an interior disposition that is in line with the Lord. For the early Christians, to love one another meant to be patient, to be kind, to be without airs, humility, to do your job without boasting, to be Christ-like for one another. When we all act with humility, when we all act with deference to one another, that is when we truly love. When we put the welfare of the other before ourselves. How many times, had we watched Oprah? There had been a big murder. And Oprah has the victim's mother on the show. The victim's mother forgave the murderer. And she asks him or her, the mother, she asks her, how can you forgive? And, the mother or the father, doesn't matter, always answers, because I am Christian. How many of us, myself included at times, How many of us put the son of a gun in jail? Fry him, electrocute him, kill him. He deserves what he got. Let me ask you, is that love? Or are you allowing your human emotions to control you? Should there be justice? Yes. Should there be retribution? Not with hatred. There's that old song, they'll know we are Christians by our love. Can you love your neighbor and God as Christ himself would? Can you die for someone you do not even know? Can you just open a door for someone you don't know? Love is patient, love is kind, love does not put on airs, love does not have jealousy. Go home, read Paul's letter to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Can you answer yes to all those? Am I patient? Am I kind? Do I put on airs? If you say no, those are the areas of love that you need to work on. It all comes from the heart. It's all expressed from the heart. It all resides in the heart, because that is where God is.